Today's objective is to factor a polynomial that is a difference of two squares. So we have x squared minus 9. It's also the same thing as saying a squared minus b squared. So what's the square root of x squared? X. Okay, so we're going to have two quantities, and they're both going to start with x. Now if you notice, there's no middle terms that include an x, right? There's just two terms, so it makes it a binomial. Okay, what's the square root of 9? 3. All right, so we're going to put 1, 3 in one quantity and 1, 3 in the other quantity. What gives you, when you multiply 3 by 3, what gives you a negative 9? Negative 3 and positive 3, right? So when you factor x squared minus 9, it becomes x plus 3 and x minus 3. So we have 16x squared minus 25. So we know we're going to have two quantities again. Okay, what's the square root of 16x squared? 4x. Okay, so we put 1 in each quantity. What is the square root of 25? 5. Good. So again, 1's plus, 1's minus. You could also write it 4x minus 5 and 4x plus 5.
So basically you're getting...
So we have 49x squared minus 100. I'll go ahead and put these into two quantities. What's the square root of 49x squared?
7.
Okay, the square root of 100. 1's plus, 1's minus. You can have also 7x minus 10 and 7x plus 10. X squared minus 36. What's the square root of x squared?
X.
Square root of 36. 1's minus, 1's plus. So we have 4x squared minus 25. You guys don't have to turn this one in. So what's the square root of 4x squared?
2x.
Okay, and the square root of 25?
5.
1's plus, 1's minus. You can have it minus plus either way. So you should have 2x plus 5 and 2x minus 5. Problems are a little different. We have 10x squared minus 40. Now you have to check and see if anything will go out of these first terms, or out of the terms, if you can factor anything out. So what's a common factor between 10 and 40? 10. So we take out the 10, what are we left with? X squared, right? Minus, and what's 40 divided by 10? 4. Okay, so now we have a difference of two squares. We keep the 10. What's the square root of x squared?
X.
What's the square root of 4? 2. So we have x plus 2 and x minus 2, all that times 10.
Hey, we give you a little bit more time on that.
So we have 6x squared minus 54. What should I take out of 6 and 54?
6.
6. What am I left with?
X squared minus 9.
X squared minus 9. So we keep the 6. What is the square root of x squared?
S.
X. What's the square root of 9? 3. 1's plus, 1's minus.